Hello there, my name is Dumbenodis and I'm the founder of the Resilience and Restoration Initiative along the foot of Mount Cameroon. It is a project that is under our youth-led initiative known as Center for Agricultural Stewardship and Development. So the people of the Bonavvada community, that's the 13 Bonavvada community that live along the foot of Mount Cameroon, have long been relying on the mountain ecosystem, like the biodiversity, for decades now. This has led to them depleting the ecosystem, carrying out hunting, timber exploitation in the forest, and all the likes for decades. So the ongoing civil unrest in Cameroon, which started in 2016, exacerbated the issue as internally displaced persons found themselves in here, and they had to rely on the forest for either farming or to depend, and their husband becomes a timber exploiter in the community. So our resilience and restoration project try to solve an initiative in the Bonavvada community whereby we train these women and youth to become sustainable inhabitants in the community. So our project works in line with youth, and we try to restore the Mount Cameroon biodiversity, which is a rich biodiversity, which has large forests and has fertile soil bed for over the likes now, for over decades now. The soil has been degrading, forests, they are degrading the forest, as well as water sources, streams, seasonal streams in our community have dried up. So we are now left with just some seasonal streams whereby women, internally displaced persons, move from distant and nearby community just to carry fresh water back home. This landscape is more than land to us. It is our future, it is our hope, as it is like a livelihood to us, the people of the Bonavvada community. It is our source of income, it is our food system as well. So we losing it means losing our future, losing our source of food and all the like. So we as a youth in the community, and I as Bonavvada as the leader of the Resilience and Restoration Initiative, we come in to restore the ecosystem in order to bring back our dignity, our cultural identity. So in doing that, our initiative come up to train youth to not just restore the ecosystem, but to restore livelihood or gain resilience. That's to say, we empower youth to have basic skills that will take them away from the continuous dependence on the ecosystem. And we train timber exploiters, women, indigenous women as well in the community. We go as far to train them in aspects of skills like food processing and transformation, where they learn to transform their local produce, which they get from their farm, cassava, plantain, and yam, into local produce like pasta and bread, in giving them varieties to produce their food. We also go on to carry out organic farming trainings with them to reduce the level of unsustainable farming and the bush farming which they are carrying out in the forest, that slash and burn, burning down of trees, cutting down and burning down their farms or the forest. So we go as far importantly to set up nurseries, tree nurseries in the community, whereby after they gain this skill, they are encouraged to set up basic nursery gardens or small nursery sites like this. So they nurse and plant trees. When we teach them how to nurse and plant these trees, we don't just like teach them how to nurse the trees, we take them to the forest, we plant them, and they see that it is a continuous process to go for a long time. Our goal is to create a future where communities live in harmony with nature, whereby a community or restoration brings both ecological and economical balance to the community. As we establish tree nurseries along communities like hotels over the 13 Bonavvada community, we try to empower those youths to gain these skills, to learn how to nurse them, plant them. Bringing some youth in our community to this makes them very vital. Our message to the world, or our message to everyone, is crystal clear. Local communities are not the problem, rather they are the solution to this land degradation. When we empower them with the right tools and opportunities, they become agents of environmental restoration or land restoration in their various communities. Not just the tools or the idea of planting trees, but opportunities and economical tools to transform their own community. So we say, together, let us conserve our community. Together, let us conserve the forest ecosystem we have in our various community, and let's make youth, women engage in these activities, as they will become drivers of land degradation and community and restoration, as well as bring about peace in their community. Thank you.
The Mwanza landscape in Tanzania, Lake Port region, is a fertile rangeland home to our both agro-pastoristic and pastoristic communities, rich in biodiversity, forest, and the crops that feeds us all, especially maize and cassava. And this landscape is very important to us, and we restore this through climate-smart agriculture using agroforest, and football are the tool of restoration. In GLFx Mwanza, we work with small farmers, youth, and women, strengthen agro-processing, advancing sustainable agriculture, and building resilience livelihood. Through sport, we integrate the ecosystem restoration and football for biodiversity protection and the landscape. Agro-pastoristic and pastoristic systems are the backbone of our landscape. Livestock provide natural manure that enrich the soil, protects our land, and supports sustainable food production without harmful chemicals. This is the message from Mwanza Landscape, basing on restoration. First, restoration have to be inclusive and local, that empower the community and of course benefit the land and the livelihood. My name is Barbina Andrew, GLFx Mwanza coordinator and executive director of Nourish Africa from Tanzania.
This is our landscape, a savanna ecosystem rangeland where communities, schools, and traditional institutions are joining hands to restore its rich biodiversity. This is more than restoration. It is resilience, culture, and hope woven together. Young people are at the center of this story. Through hands-on training in vegetative propagation, they learn how to multiply life from a single stem, divide cells, transplant tissues, and how to nurture seedlings into thriving trees, and how to carry forward the knowledge that will sustain future generations. Each youth trained is a seed of resilience planted in the soil of tomorrow. In schools, gardens are springing up as living classrooms. Here, pupils and students discover the science of restoration, the joy of growing food, and the responsibility of caring for the earth. These gardens nourish both minds and bodies, instilling values of stewardship that will last a lifetime. Across villages, traditional rulers, women, youth, and elders are mobilized to restore water sources and protect sacred forests. These places are more than ecological treasures. They are cultural sanctuaries, vital for biodiversity, water security, and spiritual heritage. In fact, they are the GDP of the poor, yet have been facing extinction. By restoring them, communities safeguard food, nature and tradition, ensuring the river flows.
We are very grateful because we are already undertaking a project.
I, the head teacher of CSB Ishua, I'm very, very grateful for what has been brought to us this morning in our school.
I want to thank the youth organization for the gesture that they have done to GSA.
Reforestation of natural forest in Binka. We have a natural forest here. This quarter is called Matutu. So we started the reforestation last year at the Binka mountain forest, make of mountain, where we planted almost 15,000 trees, natural trees. So we have to attack some of these forests that are found inside the village. Like here, we have a natural forest inside the village in this quarter called Matutu. This is a residential area, but we have a natural environment, which is one of the important physical features. So most of these forests were used like holy groves. Those our shrines, our forefathers, they preserved it for other rituals that they used to believe in. So right today, it has been forbidden for any other activities to destroy the forest. So
And forests thrive for generations to come. Dialogue is at the heart of our restoration activities. Village leaders, youth, women, elected local officials, and traditional rulers gather to share ideas on the importance of sacred forests. These conversations bridge generation, blending traditional wisdom with modern approach. They remind us that restoration is not only about trees, it is about identity, culture, and unity. And traditional institutions unite, restoration becomes our collective answer to the challenge of today. Together, we have restored 6 sacred forests, created gardens in 8 schools, trained over 100 youths, and organized 1 open dialogue. In GLFx in Kambe, when communities, schools,
you grow up, you see it, you see harvest that. Second for you, if you talk about biodiversity conservation, when you talk about biodiversity conservation, it means you get plants, you get animals, and other.
With GLFx, Melon Foundation, and Heritage Management Organization, we are building resilience at the community level.
Thank Global Landscape Group.
Thanks for your support. This will realize this production.
Thanks for